Welcome, Transformer fan, or not Transformer fans, but G.I. Joe fans. Today we are looking at three different versions of Lieutenant Falcon, and the 25th anniversary comic 2-pack, a Night Force version. I'm missing his, I lost his beret, but and the Slaughter's Muaraders version of Lieutenant Falcon, and But before we get to looking at Falcon, let's do our shout-outs of the week. First at 80 Weems Lane, which is the home of Four Color Fantasies, where you get all your comic book needs here in Winchester. And if you're in Salisbury, North Carolina, you can go to Comic Mon stores and check them out and get all your comic book needs. But if you're looking for video games, you can go to 48 South Loudon Street, which is the home of Back to the Media, where you get all your video game needs from the Atari all the way up to current systems, games for each console. But if you need your console or your PC or your laptop fixed, you can go to Play It Again Games. You can also find other gadgets that you need for your console. So definitely do check them out. So, definitely see that. But if you need toys and collectibles, you can go to 115 South Loudon Street, which is the home of Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles. I mean, unfortunately, I got Falcon and his comic 2-pack off of eBay. I got this set off of eBay, and I got Falcon off of eBay. So, eBay gets complete shout-outs for this video. So, definitely check eBay out too for G.I. Joe figures that you can't get, or you're not anywhere within driving distance of time travelers. But it is worth the drive. But definitely check them out. But if you got a toddler that you need skill building for, puzzle solving skills and whatnot, go to Thinker Toys on 106 South Loudon Street here in Winchester. Check them out. Get all your video game needs met there, and definitely do that. But definitely get that checked out. But if you're looking for Jamaican food, you can go to 39 Piccadilly Street here in Winchester, the Tropical Islands. See Lloyd and his wonderful staff to get all your stuff made there. Get all your Jamaican food fix. So definitely check them out. So while you're there, you can definitely check them out. After you leave there, if you need some tree work done or yard work done in your yard, you can go to Mixed Tree Service or Stoneburger's Tree Service to get all your stuff done and all your yard work done. They got great crew, great staff, great yard work, very experienced people. So definitely get that looked at and get that done. But if you're looking for a bank to go to here in Winchester area, go to Bank of Clark or United Bank. Both of them are great banking services. Get all your stuff that you want done there. So definitely give them a shout. If you need any form of insurance, whether it be homeowners insurance, renters insurance, auto insurance, check out State Farm or Farmers. And get a good quote, good policies, good prices for the policies, so definitely check them out. And after you leave there, and you need your car gassed up, you can go to either Sheetz or you can go to Handy Mart. And both of them have great made-to-order food, so you can get your belly full at the same time you get your gas tank full. Go ahead and check them both out. After you leave there, and if you're looking for any kind of mental health help, whether it be counseling first, you can go to 133 West Boscawen Street, Suite number 10, to Robert C. Brown at Healing Grace Counseling Services. Or you can go to any other services around the area for some good counseling. Or you can get a hold of National Counseling Group or wherever your closest therapist office is. Definitely seek the help that you need. After you leave there, you can go to not time travelers. You can go to Northwestern Community Services and get some psychiatry work done if you're in the Front Royal Winchester area. If not, go to your your closest psychiatrist's office. If you need somebody to text at the moment because you're dealing with something and you just need somebody to talk to now, you can text 741-741. But if you need to hear a human voice, dial 988. If it's a real bad emergency, do not be afraid to go to your closest emergency room or go see your, get a hold of 911. Remember, you are important, you're special, you're welcome in my community. But let's start out with doing Falcon, but I'm going to use one Fal card, and that's this one here that came with the comic 2-pack, which is totally black on the other side. But you got a picture of Falcon right there with the G.I. Joe logo. And of course, you got the obligatory, this is not a real file card or based on a real person disclaimer, which is character events referenced herein are fictional and are not intended to depict actual characters or and events. So it says Green Beret, codename Falcon, Lieutenant Falcon. Primary file name is Falcon Vincent R. Primary military specialty is infantry. Secondary military specialty is medic, which he has the same PMS and SMS as Stalker. Birthplace is Fayetteville, North Carolina. Grade is a 02. Just their pay grades are different. As a second generation Green Beret, Lieutenant Falcon has the special forces in his blood. His boyhood was spent in emulating his father and preparing to be the toughest of the tough. Scaling mountains, parachuting from planes, rappelling down sheer cliffs, and crawling through dense jungle is a walk in the park for Lieutenant Falcon. Now, the parachuting out of planes, does become prominent in the animated movie where he makes his debut. But more on that later. He can field strip, clean and reassemble most common military pistols, submachine guns, and assault rifles in complete darkness and not wind up with leftover parts. His discipline-focused nature and sharply honed combat skills came in handy when he faced the vicious, bat-winged Nemesis Immortal monster during the Battle of Cobra La. Quote at the bottom is, I really hate when you unload everything you've got into the bad guy and he keeps getting back up. So that kind of, puts a little toughness within his skill fold. So let's take a look at the 25th anniversary comic 2-pack that came with Nemesis Immortal. He's got his Green Beret. And ironically, the last 3 videos, Flint, Beachhead, and now Falcon, have all been a beret. All were beret guys. I did not purposely intend to have these 3 as back-to-back with the berets, but it just so happened. I didn't realize it till now. But he does have his Green Beret, Caucasian skin tone, and his head can rotate all the way around. It's kind of stiff. And of course, he's got his green uniform with the green web gear, black pouches. His arm can come up to about here, rotate all the way around. He can bend at the elbow, swivel at the wrist. He can also swivel at the elbow. And he does have the ab crunch feature. His legs could almost do a full split. He can lift to about here. Bend at the knee, double knee joint. And he can bend at the ankle, as well as rotate. With his black boots. So let's take a look at his accessories he come with. Upraised G.I. Joe logo, codename Lieutenant Falcon on the front. He does come with this backpack that can open up. And he does have room for his radio. Which, this is the radio right here. And it could just slide into the side right there. And it can close up with this little latch right there. And he's got his little 3 teeth on there, which is made for his knife, which you could put right here in the teeth of the backpack. And he's got his backpack ready. And he also has what is it, like a shotgun, very reminiscent to the one that came with Flint, and pistol, which I don't mind to reuse accessories if they're painted different colors, if we can fit the character. So it kind of this does kind of fit Falcon just as well as Flint. But if you look at the Night Force version, everything is very similar. Falcon on the front, upraised G.I. Joe logo, but he does have the same thing with his backpack with the radio, and it does. The backpack does open and close, and he does come with a field knife. Take a slide right in there. Also comes with a pistol and the shotgun, but it's in black plastic. And then to look at the Slaughter's Muaraders version. Vincent, Falcon, Falcon on the front, upraised G.I. Joe logo. And he does come with this version of the shotgun that has this function where it is articulated, so you can make it look like he's reloading it or whatnot. And this Falcon, I mean, I lost the beret to the Night Force because it is removable, just like the Slaughter's Marauders version. It is removable. But let's go ahead and take a look at Night Force Falcon first with the red handkerchief. You know, and pretty much the same thing where his arm can raise to here. He can rotate all the way around, bend at the elbow, swivel at the elbow, swivel at the wrist. You know, and he's ready to go. You know, and he does have the ab crunch feature, which can be done more easier. His legs can go about so far. He can lift about here, bend at the knee, bend at the ankle, as well as rotate. You know, and whatnot. And the same with this Falcon. You know, his head can swivel, as well as his arm can lift to here, as well as rotate. Bend at the elbow, swivel at the elbow, swivel at the wrist. And the cool thing is like each one of these have the same uniform, but different colors, which is actually perfect. And he does have the ab crunch. His legs do bend out. Can lift up, double bend at the knee, bend at the ankle, as well as swivel. So let's go ahead and gear these guys up. You know, and I'm going to keep the pistol with the 25th anniversary Falcon, because he's got a place to hold it, store it. But I'm going to have him hold it in his hand. And, of course, you just put the weapons in like this. Or I might just give it to the Night Force Falcon because he looks better with being double blasted. You know, being he's missing his beret, I'll give him the pistol. But, oh, because the other two's got the berets, you don't need the pistol. But, of course, I mean, these are all good-looking figures. I mean, I really don't have much of an issue to a lot of these G.I. Joe figures. I mean, a lot of them are very, very cool. Very, very awesome looking. I mean, some of them I do due to the science fiction kind of thing. But, I tell myself on a constant basis, you know what, Mark? You need to understand that it's military based. Meaning that it's military based. They have the creative license to go off bounds with stuff and do different things and introduce science fiction stuff, because a lot of the G.I. Joe weaponry are supposed to be science fiction. That's why it's military based. Emphasis on the word base. But you know, I gotta remind myself of that. But this is Falcon. I like his introduction to the G.I. Joe line. It is a big common fan theory that, and it has been proven, that originally he was supposed to be known as Baby Hawk and be the son of Colonel or General Abernathy, otherwise known as General Hawk. But then when they did him as Falcon, they kind of did the animated movie to have him be Duke's brother, which will make more of a good storyline. Being that they were going to kill off Duke in the animated movie anyway, which they wound up not doing because of the death of Optimus Prime. But they wound up having Falcon being Duke's half brother. So it was still a good play, good thing to do, have him, ranked up there with a ranking high authority figure in the G.I. Joe team, which gave him a story to tell. But more on that as I do the animated movie, when I review the G.I. Joe animated movie in time, somewhere down the road, which I think will be about 2, maybe 3 years down the road when I review that movie, and I will review it. But I think General Flag's a good character. I like this character. I think he's one of the best. Good to improve on. Good that he's in other sub-teams such as Night Force and Slaughter's Muaraders. And they also had him in Sonic Fighters, which I don't have that figure yet. But I will in time, and I will be looking at that one as soon as I get it. But it is what it is. I will be glad to get to do all these G.I. Joe figures. I'm glad to do this channel for you guys. I'm glad to show this. I'm actually glad my channel is actually starting to gain momentum and build. So thank you all to all y'all subscribers and all y'all that watch my videos. I love y'all tremendously for that. Cobra Island wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. But this has been Falcon. I will do a special thank you video here in the near future. But this has been G.I. Joe, and now you know, and knowing is half the battle. See you in the next one. Peace.